Hello, good afternoon, Facebook. It is a hot, but yet another beautiful Sunday afternoon in Middletown, Pennsylvania. We're a little early today. That's because it is hot, and I have some family things to do today, but we're here today at Middletown Area Historical Society's Middletown History Vault, opening up that vault today, and we're going to talk about the St. Peters Kierch, located here on Union and High Street. Union and High Street again today. As you come in, make sure you hit one of those emojis. Let us know you're here. Also, give us a comment. Tell us where you're coming from. We love to see where people are coming from. You're going to hear car traffic because we are live right outside the church, and vehicle traffic passes by. So, again, St. Peters Kierch. It's a historic Lutheran church. The land was provided purchased, from George Fisher. 7 pence, 6 shillings, and 1 grain of wheat in rent. So everybody remembers we were over about a block away at the cemetery that a lot of people don't know about on Pine and High Street. We're about a block west of that now, or pretty much a block. And we are behind me, you can see what is the new God's Acres. If you can recall, we had old God's Acres at Pine and High Street, and new God's Acres is part of the St. Peters Kierch property. Now, the church, St. Peters Kierch, was constructed in 1767 of a red sandstone structure. It was dedicated by Henry Mueller in 1769. It's a 2.5-story Georgian-style church. It has 3 windows on each side. It's really cool. There's 44 glass panes. 44 glass panes that run from the first floor all the way up to that half story of the church. They're 4 wide by 11 windows high. Now, the bell tower you see there in the background, that wasn't originally part of the church. The bell tower wasn't built for 46 years later, after the rest of the church was built. And the bell had been cast down in Philadelphia and brought up here, and was installed at that time. Now, in 1876, the congregation of this church grew so much that it led to the decision to build a new church, which is the current St. Peter's Church that we know of on South Union Street, straight down behind me, just about 3 or 4 blocks. And they decided to do that in 1876. The last church service here at St. Peters Kierch, regular service, was January 26, 1879. Now, they still have it open for various special occasions, maybe a wedding, a special funeral, a holiday special service, or something of that nature. It's on the National Registry of Historic Places. Last week we talked about the old fort, the Ferry House, National Registry of Historic Places. There's 6 of them here in town. This is number 2 of our historic registered series, the St. Peters Kierch. Now, they say that there's a connection in this cemetery, and it's George Frederick Toot. George Frederick Toot is to be the 6th great-grandfather of former President Barack Obama. Now, if you can recall from the old God's Acres, there's another tombstone laying there from that property and that lot for David Toot. Maybe there's a connection there as well. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to find anything historically on that. So today's a little quick. It's not a very long video on the St. Peters Kierch. Unfortunately, we cannot go inside. I don't have anybody here to open the doors. But I would like to just turn the camera around. We'll do a kind of an overview here of the cemetery and take a look, and we'll also take a look at the church itself. Again, comment where you're from. Give us some of those emoji likes, thumbs up. We'd love to see those. We'd like to see who's watching these videos. We're going to flip the camera around. We're going to take a look. All right, we're standing out here outside of new God's Acres, and you can see here all the various tombstones and such. There is a kind of a special one down this way. If we walk down, excuse my camera movement, and it's a monument for George Fry, which a lot of you know as the Fry Estates, and the Emaw Street Orphanage House that he founded for children here in Middletown. But you can see here is new God's Acre. And we're going to pan over here and walk up closer to the church. Again, St. Peters Kierch. The bell tower was built well after, 46 years after the main body of the church was built. And see if we can't show you these windows. 44 panes of glass. Could you imagine having to wash all those panes of glass? You see there, 44 panes from the bottom to the top. There's 2 here. There's 2 at the front of the building and 2 on the other side. Don't want to get hit by a car. We'll do a step back here. Again, St. Peters Kierch Lutheran Church. It's on the National Registry of Historic Places here in Middletown, one of 6 fabulous structures on the National Registry of Historic Places. As I always state, if history is something that is a part of your life and you would like to help collect, preserve, and teach that history of Middletown, consider sending a contribution to 29 East Main Street, Middletown, Pennsylvania. The check can be written out to the Middletown Area Historical Society. They are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. In this times that we're all going through, we know it's tough, but it's extremely tough on our nonprofit organizations who give back so much to our communities. And it would be greatly appreciated if you're able to pass on a contribution. Also, don't forget to share these videos. Let people know about this and help share this great history of Middletown. And again, hit those likes. Let us know where you're from. We appreciate all that. We appreciate everybody stopping in and watching the video. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you next Sunday. Take care.